Welcome everyone. So I thought this week, rather than breaking down a pose, would actually just do a short sequence that you could kind of practice wherever you wanted or whenever you wanted for when we are not in class. Now this is going to be a short series, so it's not going to take anywhere near an hour. You do have the option of having a chair and maybe some blocks with you, as we'll be using those as we go through the practice. So I've got my chair to the side. I'm actually just going to move it off my mat a little bit. I've got my blocks also close to the front of my mat. And I'm just going to come to the mat, finding my mountain pose. So my feet are balanced. All my weight is balanced between the corners of the foot. My thighs are engaged. My lower belly is lifted and pulled in a little bit. My shoulders are back and down. My crown's lifted. And I'm just going to reach my hands towards the floor. So we're going to start with just a few breaths, moving our arms, inhaling, reach, and exhaling, letting them come back down. Again, moving at your own breath, your own rhythm. Inhaling, reach, and exhaling, letting them come back down towards the earth, taking that full exhale to do so. As you're inhaling, keeping that lower belly engaged and the shoulders down and away from your ears. On the next inhale, we're just going to reach up with one arm, letting it inhale up and reach toward the ceiling, maybe opening through that side body. And exhale, coming back down, coming to your waist. Inhaling, lifting the other arm, reaching. Exhaling, letting that arm come all the way back down. And just a couple more rounds of this at your own breath. Remembering to keep a nice solid foundation through the feet, grounding into the earth. Nice controlled inhale through the nose. Reaching towards the ceiling and exhaling all the way back down. Just one more on each side. This time as we inhale, we're going to come up, keeping that nice space between our shoulders and our neck. And as we exhale, we're going to let those palms rotate. So by the time they come back behind you, the palms are facing towards the ceiling, to whatever range of motion you normally have. Not pushing, just letting them go where they are. Inhaling, reaching back up. Exhaling, letting those palms come down along our thighs and then rotate behind us. Inhale, reaching. And we're trying to keep our core engaged through this entire process. So it's just primarily our arms doing the movement. Our feet are nice and grounded, reaching into the earth below us. Just inhale one more time. And this time as you exhale, we're going to bend the waist a little bit. And you have the option here of coming down into your knees. Just coming forward a little bit at the waist. You can also come up so you're back against the wall. So you're inhaling, reaching, and exhaling. Just letting your seat come back to rest against the wall to help with balance as you lean back. The other option is to do this in the chair. So with a few more inhales and exhales like that, you would just have yourself seated comfortably in the chair, reaching your arms up. And exhale, pressing into your feet as you come down, letting those arms drift back and behind. And then inhaling yourself back up. Nice, long, and slow motions. Letting your sensations be the guide for whether you want to be standing, supported, or seated. And inhaling one more time. Exhale, release the arms down to the down to your sides. And the first posture we're going to move into from here is actually just going to be warrior one. or lunge, depending on where your ankle is. Now again, you can have the chair to help support the weight, or to provide full support. So you can be either completely on the chair, slightly lifted out of the chair, or standing, depending on where you are today. If you're coming into the chair either all the way or just using it as a balance and support, you're going to let that front thigh come to rest on the seat of the chair. Your back leg, you can play a little bit to see whether you need a block underneath your knee. Your toe can either be down or it can be curled up. And we're going to reach and press into the mat, that front foot. Maybe that lifts the thigh away from the chair. Maybe it just stays on the chair. And inhale, reaching the arms up. The other option also is if you just wanted to be at the full standing, either in a lunge with the heel up, or warrior one with the heel dropping off to the side a little bit. Again, your choice. Now from here, we're just going to let our hands come back down to our sides. And I'm just going to go ahead and do this with my thigh on the chair on this side. So we're going to inhale, reaching up. Exhale, letting them come out to the sides for cactus arms. Inhale, bringing them together like we're doing the Wonder Woman shield arms. Taking a breath here. And then inhale, Superman arms, bringing one arm down by our side, the other reaching forward. Maybe there's a slight lateral bend. Before exhale, coming back to our warrior arms. Inhaling, open. So from here, it's going to be exhale, shield arms. Inhale, Superman arms. Exhale, shield. Inhale, cactus. One more time on this side. So exhaling forward. Inhaling, reaching. Exhale, forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, release those arms. And let your feet come back either together or just to the front of the chair. Just kind of shake them out a little bit. And then we're just going to take a wide stance, so along the wide edge of your mat. And again, you can be either in the chair, using that for support, or standing in between, whatever your knees are letting you do today. Now, if you are sitting in the chair, you're still pressing your feet into the ground. So we're not, just lollygagging around. We are still working. We're still reaching into the mat with our feet. And we're going to inhale. We're just going to bring our arms up and hold here for a moment. And exhale. Let them come back down to the sides. Bringing our hands to the knees or our thighs. Staying here if we're in the chair. If we're standing, we're just going to let our knees bend a little bit. So our hips are coming a little bit back behind. And our arms are still again on our thighs. And as we exhale, we're going to let one shoulder tip down towards the other knee. Inhaling back to center. Remembering to pull in that lower belly, engaging those like corset transverse abs as we do so to protect our lower back. Exhale, bringing shoulder towards knee. Inhale, lift. And exhale, shoulder towards knee. And it does not matter how far you go down. We're just trying to get that twist into the back as we're dropping our shoulder towards our thigh. And then coming back to center. And from here, we're going to move into a little bit of a goddess squat. Now you can still do this seated. What you're going to do is as we inhale and lower, you're going to let your muscles relax a little bit. And as we exhale to lift, you're just going to really reach into the ground like you're going to lift yourself out of the chair. If you're standing, we're going to come here and we're going to inhale, letting our knees come wide as we sink our hips down towards the floor. Exhale back into standing. So inhaling, reaching arms up, hips towards the floor. Exhale, coming back up. So again, if we're in the chair, inhaling, bringing the arms up. exhale, really pressing into the mat below us, letting that grounding energy come out. Inhale and exhale, and just let your hands come back down to the sides. Maybe walk your feet together and shake them out. And just let them maybe kick a little bit before we move on to the other side. So this time we're going to bring our other leg onto the seat of the chair, letting our back knee again come down to our block. So we've got either our lunge supported by the chair, our high lunge, or our warrior one. And for me, this one I'm just going to stick with the warrior one, with my back heel down a little bit, hips pointing towards the floor. Inhaling my arms up, exhaling, letting them come to cactus, taking a breath here, then exhaling, arms together into shield arm, and then inhaling, reaching Superman, letting the left arm come down to my hip, the right arm reach up towards the ceiling, exhale back to shield arms, inhale, open, exhale, shield, inhale, Superman, exhale, shield, inhale, cactus. Now let's do that one or two more times again on this side. So exhale, shield, inhale, Superman, exhale, shield, inhale, cactus. Last time, exhale, shield arms, inhale, Superman, exhale, shield, inhale, cactus, and exhale, letting the hands come down to the sides, and either coming back to a front seat or stepping your feet together and maybe shaking them out. And then we're just going to bring the chair to the top of the mat, standing a couple feet away. And if you're in a chair, you're welcome to do this still seated. We're just going to inhale, bringing our arms up, and we're going to exhale, folding forward, planting our hands on the seat of the chair, and then walking our feet and our hips back so they can really reach our hips towards the back of the room. And just let your neck be neutral here. So your arms are engaged, pulling back and pushing away. Shoulders down and away from the ears. Your hips are reaching towards the back of the room. Slight bend in the knees, equal pressure in the feet. Inhale, maybe coming forward over the chair a little bit into a plank. Maybe not, maybe just staying in that dog. And then pushing back. Now if you opted to stay in the seat, it's going to be a similar stretch. We're going to have our feet about hip-width distance apart, our hips on the seat of the chair. We're just going to reach with our arms, reaching forward, really pressing the seat against our hips. So really grounding down through there, grounding down with our feet, keeping our navel engaged, pulling that belly in. Shoulders down away from the ears. And exhale, release. And either come back to just an upward seat or a neutral standing posture. And we're almost done with this one today. But from here, we're just going to inhale our arms up and exhale and let the hands come back down just to the seat of the chair. And let your back round and the weight of your upper body come into the upper arms on the chair, or lower arms on the chair. And just take a few breaths here to relax and release the neck muscles. If you're still in the chair, you're going to do the same thing. Just let your knees come a little wider than your hips, sliding any flesh that's in the way in between just so we can create a little bit more space. And then just relaxing down, letting the neck release from here. Just a couple more breaths here. And when you're ready, using your hands on your thighs to help you walk yourself back up to either seated or standing. Bring the knees about hips-width distance apart. Reach the arms forward. And if you're in the chair, forward so you're kind of creating a zigzag shape. Press into your feet and lift until you've lifted your seat off the chair. If you're standing, you're still going to bring your arms up, but you're going to let your seat come backwards over your hips a little bit, over the backs of the heels. Still engaging that lower belly. And then inhale, reaching up. Exhale, arms back down to the side. And this coming back to our mountain. Couple more nice deep breaths. Inhaling, reaching up. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, reach. Exhale, let it go. And just one more time, inhaling up. And just exhaling the hands down to heart center. And taking a breath to just appreciate what we just accomplished today. Namaste.